most dominant light heavyweight fighters of all time just can't stay out of trouble. John Bones was stripped of his title last night and suspended indefinitely from the UFC by President Dana White. Jones turned himself into police on Monday, a day after he was allegedly involved in a hit-and-run accident in Albuquerque, New Mexico. As someone who's on speaking terms with exactly 0 ex-girlfriends, I know an awkward relationship when I see one. LeBron James and Kevin Love won't be taking a selfie together anytime soon, but they have a legit chance to host the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Affiliation with them. Now, Clayton Kershaw and Madison Bumgarner haven't lived up to their elite reputation so far this season. Last week's showdown was somewhat of a letdown, but hey, we didn't have to wait too long for an encore. Giants-Dodgers from LA. Top 1, Posey rips the Kershaw offering into right, drives in Angel Pagan. The 2-out single gives the Giants an early lead. His counterpart was dealing, striking out Hernandez in the first. Then in the third, he gets Ellis looking. Top 4 now. Buster Posey at it again, this time taking Kershaw to left center for the jack. 2-0 San Fran. Bottom 8 now, 2-1. Bumgarner whiffs Hernandez for the second time, and the Giants take it 2-1. The Kentucky Wildcats made history, starting 5 freshmen for the first time ever in a national title game. They're not the only NCAA team who made history. In NCAA football, the Oklahoma Sooners running back Samaje Perine set a record for most rushing yards in a single game.
In exercising their team options on Terrence Ross and Jonas Valanciunas, the Toronto Raptors have secured their future. Terrence Ross started in 62 of 63 games last year while tying a franchise high of 51 points in a game set by Vince Carter. Jonas Valanciunas set his own record with 18 rebounds in a single playoff game. Toronto definitely has what it takes to be number 1. From Toronto, Nidal Sarras, CSM.
There's a reason this fight was 6 years in the making. They negotiated everything down to the singers of each national anthem. Some people even had to undergo a credit check prior to purchasing tickets. Even the great Evander Holyfield said when asked about this fight, "I just hope I can get tickets." From Toronto, Nidal Sarras, CSM. But do the positives really outweigh the negatives? Or is a team with such a glaring hole at quarterback just reaching out of desperation? Jameis Winston has been ridiculed for throwing 17 interceptions this past season. But only 4 of those came in the second half, where he led his team to 5 comeback victories. He's the youngest player ever to win a Heisman, and he's a winner, and should be considered by any NFL team with him still on the board. Nidal Sarras, Toronto, CSM. The Canadiens immediately retired Béliveau's number 4, and the following year, the Hockey Hall of Fame waived their 3-year waiting period to admit him. Jean Béliveau was a resilient man, beating throat cancer back in 2000 and recovering from a major stroke in 2012. The man who humbly declined an offer to sit in Senate from Prime Minister Mulroney and an offer to become Canada's Governor General from Jean Chrétien will forever live in the hearts of hockey fans. From Toronto, Nidal Sarras, CSM.